bid from Gavrikov, held in by Andrzej Kopitar, and Jan Ruda knocks it out to center for Grundstrom with the Kings changing. Grundstrom a shot from long range, tops into the bumper spot, now moved along. Eklund plays catch with Thompson. Here's William Eklund, back to the rookie defenseman with a shot with some traffic in front. Will float it back along for the Kings. Touched on for Andre Lee, 6'5" rookie. Drops it off, trying to connect with Tanner Jeannot. Fired on net at Vitek Vanacek. Banked it past Warren Fogle. And slid along for Gushin. Through the wickets for Zetterlund. Zetterlund gets it back. Zetterlund a shot kicked out by Riddick.
You know, less than a week ago, and right back at it. You don't have time to really celebrate.
Trevor Moore with a shot, easily handled by Vitek Vanacek.
Rebound, we saw it a couple times on the power play and just on this last shift here, 5-on-5.
Shots are 5-4 Sharks. Granlund speeding in, tried to center for Toffoli. Bounces out for a backpedaling Mario Ferraro. Eklund net front. Toffoli parked in front, up high, and Riddick.
Considering everything they've had to go through here early, injuries, playing on the road, they're just starting to get going. You can see the work ethic is there, and maybe the chemistry not quite yet.
Blocker save from Riddick, got to Foley, back to the line, sticked aside by Riddick. Trevor Moore out through center and over the line with Phil Deneau. Sends it wide into the circle. Back to the line for Spence. And now Deneau with a wrister on net with some traffic in front as Fogle came jumping through with Kempe on the entry. Pulls up at the half wall. Kempe still with it. Floats it back for Brandt Clark. Bumped around for LaFerriere. Back for Clark. Clark with a wrister. Rebound, and it's poked wide by Byfield. Cross corner. Bounces down for Tanner Jeannot. Anderson teed it up. Kicked out by Vanacek. Anderson the keep left point.
Around San Jose with him in the lineup was just fantastic. And to see him get injured and not be able to play since, it's just devastating.
Jeannot floated one along, and the shot came in from a trailing Trevor Lewis on Vanacek. Kopitar swings it back around, and now Jordan Spence down the wall, dropped it back for Kempe, moved along. A shot comes in from Caleb Jones. Most recently a 3-2 win at home against Utah on Saturday for Jim Hiller's Kings. Shot from the point, came in, and then Fogle tried to get a piece of it.
Well, that was the worry when he got injured in the preseason, that it was potentially the shoulder as he went into the boards. And
Riddick trying to cover it up and earn a whistle. And again, Ryan Warsofsky said to his pregame he's optimistic about the timetable for Celebrini. He thinks he's around the corner. Score from the point. It's Jake Woolman with a rocket. And the Sharks strike first.
There's a big smile for the boys and a face-off win, which was so key, and it was help from the winger in Sturm to get it back to the point to Wallman. Just that second effort along the wall, and he's got his head up the whole way, and this is one that Riddick should have.
And now Ferraro worked it back through the slot, broken up by Gavrikov and reached for by Jeannot and drops for Trevor Lewis. Takes the check from Ferraro, floated it toward the front of the net. Backhand bid from Tanner Jeannot, turned aside by Vanacek. Trevor Moore motors in, he drops for Clark, moving in. Clark a shot, rebound, and they score! Akil Thomas pounds home the rebound, and the Kings answer promptly and tie this game at 1.
Play just the poise of Brandt Clark, and here again he recognizes, look at the time and space he has. He takes it not only towards the net but to the middle of the ice, changes the angle. Vanacek has to figure out where this puck is coming from. It's up high near his head. He can't catch it cleanly with his glove. And how about Thomas just get...
So it's Thomas at .318, his first of the season in game number 1 after Wallman scored at .220. Now it's loose to the left of Vanacek on Moore, trying to stuff it home. Slide didn't get past LaFerriere and Ceci. LaFerriere tumbles, Turcotte collects, carries, wraps it around, and the save from Vanacek. Tried to move it for Laferriere and Turcotte. Knocked down by Alex Laferriere. Laferriere protecting. Pounded by Grundstrom. Carrying in behind with a shot. And Vanacek to stop. Backhand bid from Fogel. Andrzej Kopitar scanning. Clark blew a tire. And here goes Granlund. Mikhail Granlund in alone. Could not get it to go. Race is shorthanded.
Well, he just blows a tire. You can see his left leg just comes out from underneath him. But watch him in the background. He just starts slamming his stick. And he's hoping to be a distraction. He's praying for Riddick to make that save. And Granlund, who's had the hot hand as of late, unable to put this one by Riddick.
Small crowd tonight in San Jose, and they are not pleased with that call. Cunnin broke it up at the line, and Luke Cunnin moves in. Short-handed. Cunnin with a shot as he rose back up to his skates. And now Zetterlund floated it back and turned it over. Gavrikov was there. He's got Turcotte with him. Gavrikov, a shot kicked out by Vanacek. Teams are combined 0 for 9 on the power play tonight. Zetterlund for Wenberg, touched on, and Riddick adjusted, loose in front, and the Sharks could not get it to go.
But you can see Riddick tries to put it back into his glove with his stick, and he misses it with his glove. And
this one goes through cross corner, picked off the wall by Edmondson and lobbed ahead. Touched on by Wenberg for Zetterlund on the hop. Zetterlund scores! And the Sharks have the lead.
he gets a hard pass from his defenseman and Wallman, and he recognizes that he's got pressure. He just chips it to the middle of the ice. Zetterlund comes through with speed. You remember the bench penalty that he took earlier in the game that could have put his team back on their heels, and he comes back with a huge goal in this third period. And Riddick just slides.
And he has responded the last two nights for the Sharks.
You know, as a forward, when a defenseman...
Cardwell got it in front for Grundstrom, and Riddick makes the stop. Along the wall, slid it past Byfield, and now Edmondson pinches up against Ruda. Wenberg dug it free. Vogel won it back. Laferriere scores! And we are tied at 2.
Warren Foegele, the last meeting between these two teams, he had 2 goals. This is the kind of shift that the LA Kings needed. They needed guys to get in on the battle. You can see 3 Kings players there initially, second efforts, and I mean, it just goes right out to the front. Turcotte just waits his time. He just has good time and space. Vogel knows exactly where he is. He finds that open space and puts this by.
Down the left wing, is matched up with Spence. Edmondson slams on the brakes on to Foley. And now Kempe, checked by Wallman. Glove down, Wallman out in front, Toffoli scores! And the Sharks lead again.
And the veteran in Tyler Toffoli, you know, Eklund has the initial rush. He pushes the defense back with his speed, but watch the hands of Toffoli. He knows that Riddick's going to come one way, and he just goes back the other. And that's just a veteran guy who's been around this league, who knows how to score goals. And look at that. They go right back into the lead. Watch the timing and space. He gets in behind the defender in Edmonton.
Still with it. Connects with more. Move for Clark. One-timer Kempe looking for the far post. Adrian Kempe, a one-timer is blocked. Chipped ahead. Pursued by Eklund. He scores! The empty netter to cap it.
Help your team win. I bet you Mario Ferraro gets this vest because of that block shot right there. What leads to this empty net goal and put this game away. And if he doesn't get the vest, I'm not sure who else should, because this was unbelievable. Sacrifices the body, goes right to the bench. Still leaned over on the bench. It looks like it's his left hand. What a...
He fans on it. Kempe to the wall. 5 seconds to go. Clark toward the net. Byfield picks it off the wall, and that will do it. The Sharks have won back-to-back games on consecutive nights.